this is the print that is happening right now on my Ender 3. Basically, I just wanted to give a quick tour of my printer. You can see there, that's the hot end. That's all that's required. That's it, right there. Nothing else. Because all this printer's job is to take filament from here, straight, direct into the extruder, right there. That's the original extruder that came with the printer over 4 years ago. That's plastic, not metal, all right? If indeed you still have the original extruder that has the plastic lever, if something happens to that lever in this extruder's lifetime, just replace the lever. Keep the body. Seriously. Then you don't have to calibrate anything. You don't have to do E-steps. You don't have to adjust gears and worry about crushing the filament and grinding it and all the problems that the metal extruders seem to cause, that this extruder will never have. The only thing, if I were to say that this extruder in its entirety would ever have, is that lever. That lever is like $3. Takes 5 minutes to take that screw out and replace it, and you're back to printing with no extra bullshit. You just replace it and print. And everybody says, oh, I'm just going to change it because I don't want to have to deal with that. Well, it sounds like a lot of people are dealing with more than just a bad lever. They have all the issues. Anyway, I will never change to anything that wasn't designed specifically for this Ender 3 originally out of the box. So there you go. That's just the way I what is it? The way I roll? Yeah. Okay. White Bowden tube, right? It's not, a blue tube is not needed. Okay, because I keep the nozzle under 210. If I go above say 215, 220 for any period of time, it may possibly destroy the white Bowden tube. All right? I never have to deal with that. All right? I also never have to deal with this gantry right here going up more than 7 inches to here. All right? I mean, it's just not an issue. Every print I do literally is under 7 inches because I tend to take larger prints and split them up anyway because I print them on all my printers. So I might be doing one print that's tall on 3 different printers because I can split it up into much shorter prints, get the job done quicker because I'm running more than one printer at any given moment, and just assemble them like a kit, like from the olden days of model building. So basically I'm just making kit parts. All right? Also, another thing, it's noticeable, there's no gizmo here, no gadget to adjust leveling or possibly adjust the level on the bed while it's printing. I don't have to deal with that. I figured out that if I have a flat bed to begin with, flat from the factory, it's a mirror, a little bit thick, which is great because it tends to crush the springs a bit more, compress the springs more. So you don't need to go yellow springs, solid chunks of rubber or anything like that. You don't have to put lock washers or nuts or bolts or any added crap on there because it's basically compressed to the proper compression that won't allow that knob to turn on its own while it's printing. And again, I always see people, oh, you have issues with the knob coming unadjusted. It's possible they're not leveling the bed properly. They're not tramming it properly. So that causes issues. They haven't figured out how to fix it properly. Then they change everything, and there you go. It's one thing leads to another. Okay, another thing by printing in this fashion, like you see right here, okay, because this hot end, its only job is to take solid, rigid filament, heat it up to a point that it comes out onto the table as a molten liquid, molten plastic, all right? So it's from a rigid 1.75 millimeter diameter and comes out 0.4 millimeters. It comes out, let's see if I can find, it goes in right here. This is a 1.75 diameter, and I have a piece of filament here. Let me see if I can grab it. Comes out the heated nozzle right there at 0.4 millimeters, layer by layer, line by line. It's how it works. That's how it's always worked. In fact, that's how printers do their job. They lay line by line, layer by layer, until the job is done. It's a printer. FDM, filament deposition modeling. And real quick, while I'm at it, see what the bed temperature is right there? I don't need to heat the bed at all. And heating the bed tends to cause so many other issues that, again, I didn't want to have to deal with. So this is how I print. This is how all my printers print. So I don't have to worry about heating the bed, warping the bed. Oh, here we go, we're done. So I don't have to worry about all the things that people seem to have constant problems with, because this is how I do away with it. This is how I print all the time. So this is another print to be added to the 35, well over 3,500 STL files printed. It's added to my collection. There you go, done. What's done is done. And this says Aces, all right? And you see there's no stringing, no raft, no brim, no messy Elmer's glue stick holding anything down, no curling. It just gets done. All right, happy printing.